On paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
A look at the Magic starting group. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Bitadze in at the 5 down low. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Suggs. Shoots over Morant. Rebounded by Jackson. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. The coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here is Bain following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Wells' shot is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it's Suggs missing. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Well, from the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
Suggs finds Banchero. Offensive rebound, Caldwell Pope. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Williams is checked in for Memphis. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. 5 to shoot. Here's Suggs. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Oh, bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
Here's Morant. Diving in, and Morant throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And that one is good from Suggs.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Morant dishes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Fires for three. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And for his position, Banchero, great vision and willingness to make the extra pass.
On the wing, Williams. From beyond the arc, a shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Back to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Jackson kicks to Morant. Back to Jackson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jalen Suggs.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
Did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
The Magic trail by 5. Pass to Bitadze. Here he goes. Kicks it out to Banchero. And here is Suggs. Here's Wagner. Nothing on the board. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Williams' shot is off. Now Suggs. He has 7. Wagner outside. And he banks in the layup.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
It's been all about Jaren Jackson for the Memphis Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And also, give them a lot of credit for that attack mode mentality off the dribble, getting a lot of points off the penetration.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more... The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Memphis trailing here, and every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Now Jackson, following Franz Wagner's three-point attempt. Banchero with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Knocks down the 3 ball. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Bagley with a wide open look. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Banchero passes to Wagner. Poked away. Williams with the steal. A finish. And it's Williams with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Pippen's checked in. Then for the Magic, Jonathan Isaac. He's checked in for Franz Wagner. And it's Anthony Black in for Suggs. Williams kicks to Bagley. Isaac against Williams. Pippen outside. 6 on the shot clock. Bagley sets a screen for Pippen. Lets it fly. Bagley, no good.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season has really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
Dan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. Let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Outside, Bagley. Back to Pippen. To the middle. And Orlando making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Orlando leading. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Bitadze. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Wells dishes to Pippen. Pass to Wells. Outside for Jackson. A three-pointer is right on target. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Now, here's Isaac. Hasn't made one yet. Bitadze can't hit. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Jackson. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
And Banchero, here we go. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Wells passes to Pippen. Now here's Wells. Here's Heaney. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Magic lead by 2. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Please divert your attention to center court. And get ready for the third half-court shot. They're measuring up the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Odger and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Black. And it's Carter in at the center, filling out the middle.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Kennard kicks to Morant. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. Wells dishes to Morant. Pass to Kennard. Here's Edey. Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Suggs. Clock at 4. The 3. And here comes the break. All alone. And finished off by Wagner.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And finished off by Morant.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Banchero and the call on the and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Two shots.
And I think
The play will be reviewed by the NBA.
personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson comes in for Edey, and it's Williams in for Wells. The Magic also changing it up. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Banchero. Wagner comes in for Wagner. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Suggs. Out to Carter. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
At the line for two. The play.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Baines checked in for the Grizzlies. And the Magic making a change here as well. Bitadze's checked in. That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
2 minutes remaining.
Bitadze the pass to Caldwell-Pope. Three-pointer. Another miss by Orlando. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Jackson. Outside Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Morant passes to Jackson. Outside Williams. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Magic have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second inning.
Man, what an energetic drive by Isaac, fighting through the foul there to get the shot.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Jonathan Isaac, 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Isaac. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Williams finds Jackson. Back to Williams. Morant outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Black. Isaac outside. Here's Bitadze. The Magic again can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Jackson kicks to Morant. Jackson looking it over for the lead. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Jackson. Morant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Caldwell Pope with it. Guarded now by Jackson. From the arc. The Magic again can't hit. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Some changes for Memphis. He's checked in for G.G. Jackson. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. Orlando also making some changes. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Wagner comes in for Mo Wagner. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Memphis leading. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Inside. The kick out to Williams. His three-pointers off the mark.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Second chance shot, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's the Grizzlies. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Williams. Jackson is out there with Edey. Then there's Desmond Bain, and it's Pippen in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And here is Suggs. To the middle, and stolen by Williams.
Well, that's why it's so important to seal off those passing lanes inside. Make them earn points in the paint.
Pippen against Suggs. Pippen dishes to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
like that assessment.
13 foul.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Suggs passes to Bitadze. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. The Grizzlies call timeout. And the Grizzlies with some changes. G.G. Jackson, he's checked in for Edey. Wells comes in for Vince Williams. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. Now, coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting now.
Back to Morant. Jackson, a screen on Suggs. Outside for Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
Here's Bitadze, guarded by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Williams, he's checked in for Wells. Suggs looking around. Banchero outside. Wagner wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Wagner's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Shots good by Williams.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Caldwell Pope. For three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And how about the poise Caldwell Pope displayed on that possession? They needed an important basket, and he was ready and willing.
Morant with the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Bitadze.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
To the wing on the left. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
.135 left in the fourth. Pass to Bitadze. A three-pointer, no good. Memphis leading by 6. High post, Jackson driving to the basket. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Using that momentum to just prepare for liftoff. Suggs were a problem on the drive.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk.
Wow. Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Both free throws good from Suggs.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
And then Morant slams it in.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Suggs passes to Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And Morant throws it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And the Grizzlies with possession. Morant kicks to Jackson. Morant against Suggs. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Jalen Suggs.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Well, Grant, I hope you... You're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh my, man, I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's gonna be no shortage of highlights.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Here's Morant into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Now here's Randall. Back to Edwards. Puts up a 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. And we're about a minute into the first. Jackson on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Jackson.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Reed passes to Randall. Out to DiVincenzo. Randall on the screen. From the line. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Yep, that one's good.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Reed. The rebound by Edey.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Reed finds McDaniels. Reed sets a screen. Now DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Here's Randall. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Payne, the pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Williams is checked in for Memphis. A minute 20 left in the first quarter here. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Grizzlies lead by 3. Morant with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Pass to Jackson. Launches it. Gets the 3 to fall. Jackson's got 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Got a piece of it.
Yeah, nice swat by Randall, using his size and good anticipation to get in the shooter's way.
Back to Reed. Outside McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Six to shoot. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
On either side of the pick and roll, Randall is a problem.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And that one's good. Give him 8.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Randall, the pass to Reed. Randall, a screen on Jackson. Reed for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Pass to Jackson. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And despite the height disadvantage, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Timeout call. Memphis. Stolen by Reed. Ja Morant. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. All Jackson's in the post. Gigi at the 4, Triple J at the 5. And it's Williams in at the small forward. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo. Oh, stolen by Morant. He goes up. Morant caps off the break.
Unstoppable full court play. Morant just explodes off the steal and delivers it straight to the bucket.
Outside Edwards. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Now here's Morant. 12 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Now here's Reed. McDaniels from long range. Hits the trifecta.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Morant with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the elbow. McDaniels can't hit.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Moran. Pass to Bain. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Pulls up at the elbow. Can't hit that one. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Edwards. Randall, a screen on Jackson. Here's Edwards. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
I think the defender really affected that shot.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson against Edwards. Jackson, pass to Williams. Jackson finds some space. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
And he banks in the layup. Randall's got 8.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Jackson, the pass to Williams. Misses the 3. Timberwolves trail by 3. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Grizzlies, number
1:49 left in the second quarter. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, terrific transition hustle from Randall. Getting out there and completing the fast break.
Kennard against DiVincenzo. Kennard passes to Jackson. Jackson the screen. Kennard for 3. And again it's Memphis missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Edwards finds Randall. 1:11 left in the second period. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. From the stripe. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, Edwards can be so accurate, making shots look easy at times.
Kennard against Randall. Jackson with a screen on Randall. Kicks it out to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. DiVincenzo covering. Shoots from the line. Kennard for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Nice switch up. Already into his shot motion, he kicks it to another shooter.
Randall with the drive. Outside McDaniels. DiVincenzo against Kennard. DiVincenzo pass to Reed. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Making his presence known with that swat. Jackson Jr. understands when to go after blocks.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's DiVincenzo, throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It'll be on G.G. Jackson. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Timeout call, Memphis. Gets it up. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Memphis ahead. They're up by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executed.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. They've got Miller, Mike Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Shannon in at the small forward position. Now here's Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Miller. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Here's Morant. He's got 12. Aldama outside. Right wing. It's good. Aldama's got his first bucket in this one.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Gobert with a screen on Williams. And stolen by Williams. Here's Aldama. Miller pulls it in.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Morant against DiVincenzo. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Edey's got 6.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
DiVincenzo, pass to Miller. Pass to Shannon. Clock at 6. To the inside. Gobert. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Miller can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Morant. Circus shot, Ja Morant.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game. Pippen, he's checked in for Ja Morant.
Coming onto the floor for the Grizzlies, number 1, starting.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Alexander Walker, the pass to Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's McDaniels. Gobert passes to Miller. Gobert hammers it home.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Kennard's got 6 points.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
On the wing, Alexander Walker, defended by Kennard. Fires from deep. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Miller against Kennard. Pass to Pippen. Kennard outside. Down low. And the basket by Pippen. And now a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Second personal foul. 13 foul.
second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Shot clock at 5. Back to Kennard. And a nice finish on the layup. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
The Grizzlies on offense. This run now up to 13-2. Here's Aldama in close. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
These are his first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for McDaniels.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Here's Wells, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Pippen. Timeout call. Memphis.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies Youth Dance Team. That was your Grizzlies versus Youth Dance Team.
Here's Bain. Pass to Edie. From downtown. Bain, no good. 3-on-3. For 3, DiVincenzo knocks down the triple. DiVincenzo's got 10.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision and it paid off.
Timeout call. Memphis. Kennard for 3. Buries it from 3. Kennard's got 8 points here in the quarter. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Grizzlies out in front, up by 12. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Desmond Bain is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Edie, then there's Santi Aldama, and it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bain has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bain was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, look, he's one of the better two-way wings in the league. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Edwards with it. Jackson in his pocket. Randall against Bain. Inside. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Jackson, the pass to Bain. Drills it from deep. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Fantastic finish inside by Moran.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies lead by 12. Pass to Moran. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. That's good from Jackson on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. Timberwolves trail by 14. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Randall, a screen on Morant. For 3, DiVincenzo. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Pass to Jackson. It's Williams, high post. Williams, a screen on Edwards. From deep, Payne. 4 on the clock. Fires, high post. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Shoots a fadeaway. He can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 14. Outside Morant. Jackson the screen. Morant pass to Jackson. That shot missing. And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. Here's Reed. There's the drive. A slam dunk by Reed.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Jackson outside. Jackson with a screen on Edwards. Kicks it out to Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. Back to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Morant. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. Grizzlies lead by 13. Williams passes to Jackson. Now here's Morant. McDaniels covering. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Grizzlies.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
The kick out to Williams. Outside Morant. With 1 on the clock. Morant with the slam!
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Edwards, that's good. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And Minnesota with possession here. Trailing by 13. Memphis calls timeout. They're ahead by 10. Your thoughts, guys?
And they're hoping to wrap this one up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
Lets the 3 fly. It's off. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
So often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Gobert, the pass to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. Nice defense from Wagner. Suggs looking around. Here's Bitadze, defended by Gobert. Bitadze the pass to Banchero. Randall with some nice D.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Wagner outside. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Suggs. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, if Suggs is knocking this shot down consistently, the spacing will open up.
And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
The Magic have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Here's Edwards. Ball's knocked loose.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Bitadze can't hit. Caldwell Pope against Edwards. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb. Suggs has got 6.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
And the 3-ball is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Banchero, that's good.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Gobert, the screen. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. To the paint. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Wagner has screen on DiVincenzo. Suggs passes to Wagner. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Banchero kicks to Caldwell Pope. Banchero has screened for Caldwell Pope. Offline with his 3. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 8-point game. Back to Randall. From outside, off the mark. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. It's Randall with the drive, and Randall throws it down.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. And finish off by Wagner.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 10-point lead. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Both on the floor at the 3 and 5. It's the Wagner brothers, Franz and Mo. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Banchero in at the 4 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Kicks it out to Banchero. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Banchero. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. DiVincenzo with it. Defended now by Wagner. From downtown, it's good from long range.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And that one's good. Suggs.
Let's not forget, Jalen Suggs is a great football player growing up. He is not afraid to mix it up down low.
Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Randall outside. And the wide open shot from Reed. The offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Randall. Wagner kicks to Wagner. Here's Suggs. Drives to the hoop. Kicks it out to Banchero. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Caldwell Pope's got 10.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Outside Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Magic leading by 8. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Anthony, the pass to Isaac. Anthony sets the pick for Isaac. Pass to Black. Back to Isaac. 4 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Black. Black's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Here's Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Timberwolves trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
On the wing, Isaac. Defended by DiVincenzo. Three-pointer on the way. Isaac misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Reed with it. Defended now by Wagner. Randall. That one falls. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you love the determination from Julius Randle. This guy has a knack for scoring against good defense.
Here's Black. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. And it's Wagner missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Edwards, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's got his first points of the game. Here's Reed. No good on the triple. Anthony kicks to Isaac. Back to Anthony. Over Reed. And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And Xavier Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the one. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from McDaniels. Suggs against DiVincenzo. Banchero left side. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Banchero against Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. McDaniels a screen on Banchero. Took him no time at all on that one. Randall's got 15. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Wow, Julius Randle getting downhill and leaves no doubt.
Suggs, offensive rebound. It's Bitadze, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's his first trip to the line.
First team foul.
The first one falls. And Orlando making a change here.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Timberwolves trail by 13. Pass to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Back to Randall. Edwards looking it over. And the 3 off target.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Reeves got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Isaac finds Caldwell Pope. Here's Black. Pass to Bitadze. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Caldwell Pope for 3. With 1 on the clock, and he jams it with authority.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
To the inside. Left block shot on the way. Reed misses. Magic leading by 14. From past the arc. And Caldwell Pope good for 3. Caldwell Pope's got 16 points.
Caldwell Pope taking over this game. Tremendous confidence he's displaying in his ability.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
And Orlando making a change here. Wagner's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniel. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. Here's De Silva, and there it is for him. He's got 6.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Bitadze, guarded by Reed. Pass to De Silva. Wagner wide open. Off target from outside. This one for 3. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Alexander Walker. 3.
Black the pass to Wagner. He got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Orlando Magic riding a 15-point. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Paolo Banchero. Franz Wagner is out there with Black. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
From outside the arc, Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 17. Here's Reed. Buries it from 3-point range.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Wagner kicks to Banchero. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, this is Paolo Banchero's comfort zone right here. The interior with that size and frame. Look out.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Magic leading by 16. They set the screen. Here's Banchero. Reed with the block. From deep Ingles. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Boy, Joe Ingles off the pull-up. Just such a tough shot to guard. Nicely done.
Banchero. Here's Black. He takes it in, and that one drops. And the Magic lead by 15.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Randall from outside. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
6 to shoot. Here's De Silva. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Magic, Caldwell Pope comes in for Wagner. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. Minnesota also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Nickeil Alexander Walker. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. Carter, he's checked in for Mo Wagner. Magic leading by 14. Caldwell Pope with the screen on DiVincenzo. Here's De Silva. McDaniels defending. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Misses the 3. Orlando's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass to Randall. At the elbow, Edwards. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Oh, guys, the agility, the hops, everything about Anthony Edwards, so good athletically.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Suggs. Another miss by Orlando. And the foul on Wendell Clark. That is his first foul of the game. Timberwolves trail by 12. Randall, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Edwards dishes to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Fades back. Pass to DiVincenzo. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope. Suggs with a screen for Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by DiVincenzo.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Magic.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah.
Highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got 2 bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. All Jackson's in the post. Gigi at the 4, Triple J at the 5. And it's Williams in at the 3. The free throw drops for Moran.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Now Suggs. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Boy, that's just the toughness basket by Suggs right there. Remember now, this young man was an all-state football player in high school.
Moran against Suggs. Payne, the pass to Moran. Back to Payne. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Williams misses.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
And it's Wagner missing. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now the Magic with it. Suggs outside. Pass to De Silva. Suggs with a screen on Jackson. Here's De Silva. No good on the shot. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Payne finds Morant. Williams from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Wagner left side. Pass to Suggs, and the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Payne. Jackson outside. Suggs against Morant. Shot clock at 6. And he buries his first look.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
On the wing, Suggs, hounded by Morant. And there's the screen to the middle. Here's De Silva, and he dunks it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the Magic pushing it up now. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Here's Moran. Pass to Jackson. Williams a screen on Wagner. Moran finds Jackson. Takes it inside. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
The kick out to Banchero. Wagner against Williams. Banchero surveys. Shoots over Jackson. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Payne against Caldwell Pope. There's Jackson with the three. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando trailing here. Wagner outside. Banchero with a screen on Williams. Here's Wagner. Still no points. Down low. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Orlando ahead, leading by 1. Stay with us now as we get... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Mo Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Pass to Williams.
Hey, yo, right here.
Up top, Jackson. Here he goes. And the dunk by Jackson.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Magic trail by 3. So for the Magic, Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero, and Black subbed in for Suggs. Here's Black. Isaac outside. Wagner outside. Wagner with a screen on Payne. Caldwell Pope for 3. And another miss by Orlando. Grizzlies lead by 3. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer, no good. The Magic have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Wagner finds Isaac. Wagner on the wing, defended by Jackson. Back to Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
To the inside. And Williams punches it home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Jackson on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Jackson down low. Takes the 3. And the basket by Pippen. And now it's a 6-point Memphis lead. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the officials.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Jamal Mosley said, they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Magic trail by 6. Here's Wagner. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
From deep. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
The Magic have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Black passes to Wagner. Isaac for 3. He drops it from range. Isaac's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Standing tall against the opposition that time, guys. Responding with a bang from deep. Isaac not backing down.
And the basket by Pippen.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Caldwell Pope. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Here's Pippen. Give him 8. Outside Bane. Let's go with a 3. Pippen, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
On the wing, Isaac. Guarded by Aldama. Here's Wagner. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Morant, he's checked in for Bane. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Jackson, the pass to Aldama. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Jackson for 3. Jackson's got 5.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Suggs with it, and it's Aldama picking him up. Here's Banchero with the drive. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Oh, Morant from close range.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Here's Wagner. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Ja Morant picks one up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And both free throws good for Wagner.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Here's Wells. And that's not going to go. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Grizzlies leading by 4. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Magic trail by 4. On the court for Memphis. Edey out there with Jackson. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at small forward. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
The previous play is under review.
Players know he's got their back. If they're...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. And a missed layup.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Suggs. And Caro outside. Lets it go from deep. Memphis with a rebound. Morant looking for an opening. Aggressive take from Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And here's Morant outside. He buries it from three. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you often see defenses beg Morant to take that shot. Didn't work that time.
Sends it home from three-point land.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Aldama's checked in for Memphis.
Let's hear it for you.
Magic trail by 10. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Memphis foul. Ja Morant, third personal foul. First team foul.
Suggs outside. Fires the three. Counted from distance. Suggs has got 5 points.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Pass to De Silva. 5 on the clock. Back to Banchero. Morant against Suggs. And it's Morant missing. Magic trail by 9. Banchero outside. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. De Silva no good. Memphis has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Wells, the pass to Kennard. There's a screen. Pass to Wells. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Pippen, he's checked in for Morant. Here's Black, defended by Kennard. Here's De Silva. Kicks it out to Wagner. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Wagner's got 7.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
Pass to Edey. To the paint. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And here's Suggs. 1:25 left in the third. The layup off target. Grizzlies lead by 8. Here's Wells. No made baskets yet. Pippen, pass to Kennard. The three. Knocks it down from distance.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
And Suggs, here we go. Count it, good. He's got 7.
I think he's at his very best when he gets downhill. Suggs using that athleticism to get to the rack and his strength to finish through contact. I love that combination.
And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his third foul so far. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Suggs. Caldwell Pope against Kennard. Pass to Pippen. Back to Kennard. Here's the three. And another three for Memphis.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession.
Isaac, he's checked in for Paolo Banchero. And there's the drive. That one falls. Pippen's got 5 points in the quarter.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Wagner for three. The rebound by Edey. Grizzlies lead by 14. Here's Pippen. 13 points in the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Timeout called. Memphis. And a new group getting ready for Memphis.
Timeout.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Williams against Wagner. Pass to Bataze. Here's Black. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Oh, wow! Oh, watch out below. Big finish.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Black, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Orlando with the rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Man, I like Isaac's mobility. Love it. This guy gets down the floor extremely well. And he has a sense of where he should go to get a scoring opportunity, too.
Kicks it out to Bain. Back to Morant. The three is up. Morant missing again. Magic trail by 14. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll get him his fourth foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Softly drops in the floater.
Confidence oozing out of Caldwell Pope. Loves going to his floater from time to time, too.
Orlando making a switch here. Suggs is checked in.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming on the floor.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. Shakes him. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Suggs. Isaac with a screen on Morant. Here's Suggs. He gets it in there.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
Timeout, Grizzlies. And Carroll's checked in for Orlando. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Memphis' head coach had some words for his team over the break. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Jackson, the pass to Williams. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Suggs. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Williams from long range. Rebound by the Magic. And the Magic pushing it up now. Caldwell Pope with it. He's picked up by Bane. Wagner in the high post. Working on Williams. Here's Banchero. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
A promising sign of things to come with Banchero. Clearly somebody you've got to be excited about.
Jackson finds Williams. Now Jackson. Jackson outside. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Suggs. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. Suggs with a screen on Jackson. Here's Wagner. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Magic?
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Batadze. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Pass to Batadze. Banchero against Jackson. Lets it go from 11. Here's Batadze, and they go to the intentional foul. We've got 1:23 left in the final quarter. Wagner finds Caldwell Pope. That shot is off. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Inside. Kicks it out to Bane. From deep, Morant. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Grizzlies.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ja Morant.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Jackson can't get it to go. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Wagner for 3. The shot no good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold solid.
stand. It's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. A front line of Jackson and Jackson Jr. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. And it's Williams at the small forward position. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Takes a three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Morant passes to Jackson. Jackson missing again. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning four-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Here's Morant following the three by Minnesota. He was all alone on that one.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Gobert, the screen. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break, here we go. Bane way outside. Jackson with it. Now defended by Gobert. Releases. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Jackson's got 5.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now here's Randall. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Williams kicks to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Bane with the screen on Gobert. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randall right side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Morant passes to Jackson. Williams with the ball. Three-pointer on the way. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Back to Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. There's the three. Lets the three fly. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Shot on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Good on the triple.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Here's Edwards. Hits the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Now, here's Morant for three. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Edwards finds McDaniel. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McDaniel's got 9.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Outside Williams. And it's off from three-point range. It's been all about Jaden McDaniels for Minnesota. He delivered 9 points from 3. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. A front line of Jackson and Jackson Jr. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. You can see, and coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Morant against DiVincenzo. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. There's Jackson with the 3. Morant passes to Williams. Outside Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Minnesota. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Randall. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Now here's Gobert to the inside. Bane with the steal. Jackson from long range. Jackson finds Morant. Memphis moving it around. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Jackson. Timberwolves leading by 3. The 3 for DiVincenzo. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. On the wing, Bane. Back to Morant. In the corner, it's Bane. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Bane's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
Three-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Now DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Here's Stephens. Jackson a screen on McDaniel. Stevens the pass to Bain. Outside Jackson. 5 to shoot. Bain kicks to Jackson. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Edwards passes to Gobert. Knocks it loose.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Randall from outside. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Edwards on the bounce, and that one good. Edwards got 6.
Hey, good luck stopping Edwards when he puts his head down and attacks the basket.
There's Jackson with the 3. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Jackson. On the wing, Jackson. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Grizzlies as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. From Target Center, back in a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Reed is out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Conley in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And that's a huge shot there, the three-pointer and the foul. Not the kind of defensive play they were hoping for.
For Memphis, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Timberwolves trail by 5. Reed, and Reed throws it down.
A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
From downtown, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Aldama with the ball. Conley picks him up. Aldama can't hit.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. He can't hit. The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. The wide open look here for Ingles. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Memphis leading. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Williams against Conley. Williams passes to Eldorado. Here's Edey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kennard for 3. The offensive rebound. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Taken away by Williams. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. For Memphis, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Kennard kicks to Williams. Stolen. Alexander Walker with the ball. Williams picks him up for the finish, and Reed throws it down.
Well, Conley is a consummate team player. He loves to get other guys good shots.
Wants to get it to Reed, and does.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And here's Ingles outside. He doesn't hit that one. Memphis has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Kennard for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Reed with a screen on Kennard. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And here's Ingles outside. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the looky like from 3 and capitalized.
Pippen kicks to Kennard. Aldama with the ball. Conley picks him up. Pass to Kennard. Poked loose. Miller outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Down low. Now, here's Kennard. He's got 8. Aldama with the ball. Back to Kennard. 4 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Minnesota in the lead.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Pippen, the pass to Williams. From beyond the arc. Here's Eldorado. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. And both free throws. Good for Aldama. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Santi Aldama is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Stevens and it's small forward. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. To the middle. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo cranes the jumper to finish the break. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
They get it again outside for Randall. Right side, Edwards. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Tipped away.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
There's Jackson with the 3. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 6 assists in the game.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Over in the corner, Randall. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Stephens. On the wing, Jackson. He's defended by Randall. Jackson passes to Stevens. Stolen by McDaniels. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Edwards loves it in there. Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Jackson from long range. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. McDaniels gets a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. And now a 6-point Minnesota lead. Jackson down low. Defended by Gobert.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
For 3, Edwards. Ja Morant with the rebound. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Bane passes to Stevens. Outside for Jackson. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Randall outside. Fires the 3. McDaniels passes to Randall. Gobert with a wide open look. No good from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Jackson a screen on Randall. Back to Jackson to tie it up. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Morant kicks to Jackson. Pass to Jackson. Back to Jackson. Jackson setting the pick here for Jackson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Minnesota with the ball. A 2-point game. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Gobert with a screen on Bain. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's stolen by DiVincenzo.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Morant kicks to Bain. Inside, it's tipped. And the rejection by Morant. Timeout called the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 4. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Kennard for 3. Off target. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Goga Bitadze. And it's Suggs in the point guard. Now here's Suggs. Banchero. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Off the mark there with a three.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Edwards. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Suggs. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Wagner, the pass to Bitadze. To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What a quality pass from Jalen Suggs. This guy relishes the chance to set up his teammates.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Wagner with a steal. In transition, here they come. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, starting that whole thing off is the steal, the anticipation by Wagner, just making an impact where he can.
Randall, a screen on Wagner. Randall outside. Drives to the hoop. What a terrific move that is.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Wagner on the wing. Suggs outside. Just 5 to shoot. Drops in the 3. Suggs has got 5.
Boy, if Suggs is knocking this shot down consistently, the spacing will open up.
The shot by Conley, no good. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Suggs with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Banchero finds Wagner. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Conley passes to McDaniels. And there's the rejection. Edwards against Suggs. Pass to Bitadze. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Suggs against Conley. To the inside, Bitadze, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, a reliable way to create for others. Suggs disrupts the coverage with the play and makes the pass.
Gobert with a screen on Suggs. Edwards, the pass to Conley. Suggs against Edwards. Down low. Here's Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Banchero outside. From downtown, sinks the tray.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here's Conley. Out of bounds. It'll be Magic ball.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Randall. Back to Caldwell Pope. Suggs outside. The kick out to Banchero. Clock at 6. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Banchero. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Banchero's got 5 now.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards, a pass to Randall. DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Great D that time from Suggs. Got it off in time. The shot misses. And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out the quarter with a 7. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's Black, pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Black, DiVincenzo covering. Isaac, the pass to Black. DiVincenzo with a steal. Here's Edwards. Oh, a sensational slam by Ant.
Give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
And the shot goes down. Wagner's got his first points in this one.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
McDaniels with it. Wagner picks him up. Lets it go from deep. McDaniels can't hit. Magic leading by 7. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
They grab their own miss. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Here's Wagner. It's blocked by Gobert. DiVincenzo on the wing. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Inside, Wagner with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. The finish. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
Yeah, smothering D right there. Just a tremendous job by Edwards, forcing a difficult shot.
Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Now here's Wagner. No points so far. And he gets the bucket. And the Magic lead by 5.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
DiVincenzo against Caldwell Pope. And he can't get that one. Nice D from Wagner. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And the dunk by Isaac.
Well, there's tremendous length with Jonathan Isaac. How about the ability to finish with authority? Go ahead, young sir.
The 3, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Caldwell Pope's got 7 now in this quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Nails it from 3. And now it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Black passes to Wagner. Isaac outside. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And another 3 for Orlando.
Well, how about Jonathan Isaac showing a desire to share the basketball? I love it.
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. For 3, Randall. To halt the run. Oh, easy 2 for Gobert.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanted to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Outside Edwards. Isaac with the steal. Pass to Wagner. Back to Isaac. He gets it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That'll do it for the first half. Magic out in front, leading by 10. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. It's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Paolo Banchero is out there with Goga Bitadze. And it's De Silva in at the 3. Reed, good. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, B.A., I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think. Boy, what a burst of speed on the drive from Jalen Suggs. Leaves the defender in the rear view.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Out to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Driving to the basket. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the game.
Cole Anthony, a guy who has just tremendous feel for the game. He's obviously been around it from the time he was very young. Just understands where the ball should be at all times. Good passer, aggressive scorer.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Bryant, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Alan. Thanks. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And Carroll with a screen on DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. Out to Anthony. Here's Bitadze. Orlando again missing. Timberwolves trail by 14. Pass to Reed. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. Reed's got 6 points.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Suggs with the bucket.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
Ingles finds Miller. Driving in. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Now here's Suggs. He's got 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ben Carroll passes to Anthony. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 12. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
And despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Anthony.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Oh, a really deep 3 that time. 9 points in the game.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
The 3 from Suggs. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs has found his rhythm, and now he's keeping his foot on the gas pedal. He is leaving no doubt that the defense could have a tough night.
Miller can't get it to go. Magic leading by 14. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Here's Batase. Goes up again. Lets it fly. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Ingles against Wagner. Pass to Miller. DiVincenzo with it. Suggs with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. The kick out to Banchero. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And stolen by Banchero. Nice move. And he takes it up and lays it in. Banchero's got 7 points in the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Jalen Suggs has been leading the charge for the Magic. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Mike Conley. Joe Ingles is out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 13. Ingles from outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that three-point line because he is lethal.
Here's De Silva. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Miller can't get it to go.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Wagner, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet too.
Back to Reid. Oh, got a piece of it. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Ingles. 4-3. It's hauled in by Isaac. Orlando leading by 12. Here's De Silva. And they get it back. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Wagner with a screen on Edwards. Wagner outside. Here's Black. hits the three-pointer.
And you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
To the right side. Here's De Silva. No good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 15. Gobert passes to Randall. And from 16 feet away, he cans it.
The ability to get to the mid-range game is something Julius Randle has proven he can do.
Orlando has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. And there's the drive. And Edwards slams it in.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Pass to De Silva. Here's Black. Here's De Silva. McDaniels covering. Clock is at 3. Elbow shot. Isaac's shot is off.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Randall, good.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Wagner with a screen on Edwards. Here's Anthony, and Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A line change here for Orlando. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Banchero with a screen on DiVincenzo. Suggs finds Banchero. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Magic lead by 10. Randall, the pass to Edwards. The 3-ball. Edwards on target.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
Orlando leading by 7. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter here. Wagner with a screen on DiVincenzo. Wagner, the pass to Batadze. The Magic need to put one up here. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Magic.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jalen Suggs.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. So it's Orlando picking up the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true.